few days have passed since the incident at the jewelry store. I've spent most of my time trying to tidy up my new home. Cleaning the whole house has been exhausting, but at least it looks a lot better now. Like I said, for me, I won't clean the whole house for her, alright? My new roommate, Shana, has mostly kept to herself these past few days. I have barely seen her at all since that night. I can't seem to figure her out. Just take a look at the window. It's so bright, my eyes is literally hurting from it. Hopefully I can find ways to get to know her better though. It's the first day of the new semester and I rush to get my first class on time. It looks like the professor isn't here yet. Good thing I'm not late. Excuse me, Tiana. Who's this one again? Is it the detective? Alright, excuse me. Is this seat taken? What should I say? Yes. Wait a second. You look familiar. Do I know you? As soon as our eyes meet, I instantly recognize her. Guys, let me turn on the volume to let you hear the background noises. It's really, I don't know, it feels kind of cool to hear that. Someone talking around. Yep, as I have said, it's just background noise. I cannot understand what they are saying. There's so much weird noises all going around. Okay, let's continue. It's none other than Tiana Koga, the girl who was fighting with Shana. You are the guy who was with Shana Kashiwagi, right? She totally ignored me. Oh man, talk about awkward. Shana would kill me if she knew I was sitting next to her arch enemies. Yeah, my name is Shifu. I remember you talking with Shana that night, but I guess I didn't formally introduce myself. My name is Tiana Koga, but I'm sure you already know that. What a strange coincidence that we are in the same class. I didn't know you were a student here too, Koga-san. Yeah, Koga, can you just wear a decent outfit? This is university, you don't wear like that, I think. She turns her nose up at me, almost offended by the way I address her. We are the same age, so stop with the polite talk. You can just call me Tiana. Right. Man, this girl is intimidating. Rina said Shana and Tiana are rivals and that they don't get along. I see Tiana actually, just by her appearance, it's pretty very beautiful actually. Face and all this, okay? I was surprised to see Shana get so worked up though. Maybe it's more than just a simple rivalry. Relax, I don't bite. Huh? She smirks at me. You seem a little on edge. Don't worry, I won't tell Shana if you don't. She giggles mischievously and I find it hard to look away from her. Now that I'm sitting next to her, I can see just how gorgeous she is. She kind of reminds me of a model. I can't let my guard down around her though. Who knows what she's capable of? I need to get on top of this conversation before she makes me say something I'll regret. Ask if she has a boyfriend, definitely. So, are you single? Whoa, awfully blunt, aren't you? I'm just interested, you know. That's normally something you will wait for at least 10 minutes to ask someone you know. I was just curious, you know. I felt the sentence trail off with no hope of recovery. This is so awkward. Tiana laughs at me. It's fine, I can carry a conversation by myself. I bet Shana has told you all about me, hasn't she? Well, we are not exactly friends. She's just my roommate. She has barely spoken a word to me since I moved in. We have barely spoken a word to each other since the robbery. You are roommates? Well, that's unexpected. That girl never leaves the house, so I should have guessed it would be something like that. Still, it's unusual for her to let anyone join her on investigation. She must prefer to work alone. Maybe you are more than just a roommate to her. I can feel the heat rising to my cheeks as Tiana stares intently at me, but I try to keep my cool and steer the conversation elsewhere. What should I say? Why do you want to be a detective? Look away and say nothing. Definitely. I don't like the way Tiana keeps staring at me. She's a bit strange and I can't quite figure her out. I look away, unable to meet her sharp gaze. Is something that matters? You're awfully quiet. It's nothing. I want to know more about her, but I don't know how to go about it. I suppose I'll try to talk to her again later. The professor soon walked in the door, interrupting our conversation. I fight against my tired eyes as I struggle to stay awake during the lecture. But luckily, class is over before I know it. Just as I'm gathering my things to head on to the next class, Tiana pokes my shoulder. Hey, before you leave, I have something for you. She pulled a small sealed envelope out of her bag and hands it to me. Huh, so quickly you are giving me some love letter or something? Sure, why not? Give it to Shana as soon as you get home. Oh, it's for Shana. God damn it. Huh, what is it? Let's just say that it contains something that would definitely interest Shana. Why not just give it to her yourself? Are you kidding me? She would jump down my throat as soon as I step on her front porch. That's probably true. I will be sure to give it to her tonight. One more thing, Shifu. She placed a hand on my shoulder to keep me from leaving. Be good to Shana. She may be a pain in the neck, but she's a worthy rival. Okay, sure. I'm not trying to be Shana's rival. Tiana is really egotistical, but there's definitely a hint of something else underneath. Yeah, I wonder what kind of complex relationship Tiana has with Shana. I just wish she and Shana would get along better so I don't have to be in the middle of things. The first day of the semester really fly by. I've already have so many texts and I have to study for next week, so I know as life as a college student isn't going to be easy. As soon as I get home, I'm ready to just call it a day and head to bed. Shana, however, is standing in the middle of the living room almost as if she was waiting for me. Hey, yep. Good evening, Shifu. How was your first day in class? This is the first time Shana has spoken to me since the night of the jewelry store robbery. I wonder what made her want to come out of her room and talk to me. It was okay, I guess. I can tell it's going to be a busy semester though. She stares intently at me. Thank you for asking about my day. How was yours? Shana fidgeted irritably. It looks like she wants to say something. My day was fine, bud. She lifts her head and looked around the room. I was surprised when I came out of my room and saw that you have cleaned the entire house. It looks so much better than before. Yeah, please. I've cleaned the house. Please do not mess it and do not mess the house again. Like make it dirty and all this. I do not appreciate that. So thank you, Shifu. I give her a reassuring smile. Okay. Oh, it's not a big deal. I don't mind cleaning. I have to admit though, it was a bit challenging. I apologize for the inconvenience. I'm not very good at picking up after myself. I couldn't tell. But you can leave the cleaning to me from now on. Isn't it a bother? Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't clean, okay? But the text wants me to clean. Not at all. I would rather clean up after you than trip over dirty laundry everywhere I step. Just try to actually throw your leftover food in the trash can next time instead of the floor. Okay? What? You throw your rubbish on the floor? You're crazy. It's kind of rude to pick on someone who so graciously let you move into their home. Ha, you have got me there. A loud rumble erupts from Shana's stomach and her cheek darkens into a deep shade of crimson. Speaking of food, I just realized I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. Since yesterday? She nods. I was in the middle of a really exciting game and I couldn't bring myself to pause it for even a single moment. You mean you have been playing games non-stop since yesterday? Indeed. Well, I guess now I know why she doesn't leave her room so much. I don't know if I should be impressed or disturbed. Actually, I will be disturbed by it. I should make some instant ramen before I faint. Hey, why don't you let me make a decent meal for you instead? That is not necessary. You know it isn't good to eat that stuff every day. My dietary choices are none of your concern. I release a heavy sigh. Fine, I'm going to make some curry for myself then. If you change your mind, there will be plenty of leftovers, you know. Just as I head into the kitchen, I suddenly remember the envelope Tiana has given me. Oh, by the way, I have something for you. I pull the envelope out from my backpack and Shana looks at it with rising suspicion. What is it? I don't know. I didn't open it. Tiana gives it to me and she and I. Tiana Koga? Why were you hanging out with that no good filthy old witch? It's not what you think. Tiana is a nasty dirty cheater. How dare you conspire against me with her? Calm down, calm down. It isn't like that. Are you two secretly dating? Even if we are dating, why does it matter to you, okay? It's none of your business. Was becoming my roommate all just a ploy for Tiana to figure out all my secrets? What, that's insane. She's not letting me get a single word in. Shana tears the envelope open and quickly skims over the letter inside. Wait a second, is this? As I was trying to say earlier, Tiana and I just happened to be in the same class. All she said was that this letter contains something that would interest you. Shana completely disregarded me as her eyes remained glued to the letter. I don't believe it. This is a top secret police file. There is some highly classified information here. How on earth did Tiana manage to get her hands on this? All of her anger has melted away, replaced with a new, raw, burning excitement. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. There are witness reports and everything. The police have no idea what's really going on either. Her eyes are shining like stars and she bounces up and down animatedly. She looks like a kid in a candy store right now. What should I say to her? You're acting kinda weird. Hey Shana, you're acting really weird right now. One minute you are biting my head off for mentioning Tiana, and the next minute you are jumping for joy over a letter. Embarrassed, Shana blushes and quickly clears her throat. My apologies, Shifu. I don't have the greatest people skill, if you can't tell. However, I don't like being called weird. I prefer passionate. I'm passionate. Whatever you say, okay? Well, aren't you going to tell me what this is all about? Don't leave me in suspense here. Shana's lips curve into a cheeky smile. I'm relieved to see that you have developed a strong interest in solving mystery as well. Very well, I will tell you what's going on. It appears that there is trouble brewing at a nearby church. There are rumors that the devil has been appearing on church ground to terrorize the congregation. The devil? That can't be possible. Several church members have fallen ill after coming in contact with the devil. Some even briefly lost consciousness. Several victims have been hospitalized, and they have all reported the same strange experience. Supposedly, they all claim to have seen a shadow flying towards them and a voice called out to them demanding that they repent. And they think it's the devil coming after them? Yep, I'm wondering. I think someone is just trying to mess around because of holding a grudge. I don't think that's the real devil in this game. And they think it's the devil coming after them? That appears to be the case. The police are clueless as to what is truly making the church congregation fall ill. That sounds kind of scary. We'll definitely need to get to the bottom of things before the devil hurts anyone else. We can't just ignore someone like this. Your sense of justice is admirable, Shifu. However, I sincerely doubt we are actually dealing with anything supernatural. You mean you don't think it's the devil causing all this? Not at all. There's no such thing as devil. Yep, I was saying the same thing. Don't tell me that you believe in devils, angels, and ghosts. Of course not. I've never seen a devil, angel, demon, or ghost, and God, or even a ghost. In the entire history of humanity, no one has ever delivered credible proof. So no, I don't believe in that stuff. This is a relief to hear. I'm glad we are on the same page. I would be concerned if you entertain the ideas that a mythical creature was behind all of this. I mean, I think the world would be more exciting if things like that did exist, but they don't. Indeed, we must assume that the true culprit behind this mystery is actually a human. So you think a human is causing the church member to suddenly collapse? Yep, that's what we are going to find out. I would like to formally request your assistance on this case, Shifu. Your presence was beneficial to me at the jewelry store robbery. If it isn't too much trouble, would you accompany me to the church tonight? I would like to investigate the church ground as soon as possible. Of course, we need to find out what's making all those people sick and put a stop to it. In that case, I'll give Rina a call right away. Having a police officer escort us to the church will help immensely. Sounds like a plan. Yep, I'm definitely going.